Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Evan Andrews, and here on my channel we are talking everything creative from videography to photography and even graphic design. Today is Tuesday, my regular scheduled day, and it's a really gloomy day here in South Texas. A lot of tornado, thunderstorm warnings going on. So I thought I would take this opportunity to kind of show you guys a little bit about some camera movements and camera angles you can utilize to level up your videos. More often than not, we are used to seeing videos from new beginners that give us kind of just one camera angle. And it's usually kind of the first person view where the person behind the camera is keeping it relatively close to where their head might be and the vantage point that you might be seeing from them. Here in this video, I'm gonna show you a few different camera angles and options that you can do to kind of level up the cinematic styling of your video. Like I said, we're gonna cover a few angles and a few movements, so sit back and stay tuned, and I hope you get some good value out of this video. So without further ado, let's kind of just get into it. All right, so the first camera angle that we have is going to be what I call a low pitch camera angle. What we're gonna wanna do for this is you're gonna wanna put the camera and the lens relatively low to the ground and pitch it up just slightly. What this does is it gives us a much different vantage point than we are used to seeing as humans. Our eyes are usually eye level, and we see eye level all the time, and that's what we're used to seeing. But things become a little bit more creative and a little bit more interesting when we can change that vantage point. Exact opposite of that is what I like to call the high pitch angle, and it's just the exact opposite. We want to take that camera, we want to raise it above our head and pitch it down just slightly. This is a great way to set a scene or to just simply give that different vantage point. A lot of people don't look top down, and it's not a very natural look, so it makes for a creative styling. The second tip that I have is more of a camera movement, and this would be the push and pull movements. Most of the time we want to use an image stabilizer like a gimbal or some kind of post-production tool to get smoothness with this type of shot. But a push and a pull is exactly what it sounds like. A push is going to push in to a subject or scenario, and a pull is going to pull out from a subject or scenario. You can do a lot of different stylings with this. I like to do a lot of slow-mo in these just to give it a little bit more of a buttery smooth feel. But if you want your subject in live action and not in slow motion, then using like a gimbal stabilizer or something like that is gonna help you get that smooth movement. And we really notice this smooth movement in our horizon and to the left and right of the subject, where we see things go in and out of the plane. What's great about the push in and the pull out is that you can also do this at different levels. You can do it low to the ground, you can do it up in the air and pitch down. Any combination of those is going to make for a more interesting look in your video. Another camera movement that is a good way to set the scene is just a simple pan. And the easiest way to make this happen is either have your camera on a tripod or hold it very close to your chest, and you just want to move side to side. This camera technique is a great way to set the scene, and it allows for some smooth camera movement all at the same time. And again, just like our push and our pull, we can do pans from different angles as far as high and low. And playing with those different options is only gonna make your videos that much better. Another great camera movement is the reveal. And the reveal is very easy to accomplish and also gives a very high-end look. So a reveal is exactly like what it sounds like. We are revealing the subject or the scene to the viewer. You can do this by going up and down or left and right. Most commonly, we see it go left and right. And in this example here, you can see I start from behind a wall in a black space, and as I pan to the right, it opens up into the scene of the living room. Reveals are one of the easiest ways to kind of up the value of your video, but don't get too stagnant with them, because the more that you do them, the more that we understand that you're doing these reveal techniques, and it can get a little overdone if you do it too many times in your video. So be scarce with it and put it in the right moments. And sort of my last tip for creating better shots is utilizing what I like to call the block shot. Block shot is when your camera is more often than not stable or not gonna move, and you have something in the foreground and then something else in the background. The foreground is generally going to kind of hold the focus until you want to change that plane of focus to whatever you are in the back. As you can see here, I'm utilizing the Keurig coffee pot as the blocker of the rest of my kitchen behind me, and it makes it just look a little more overall interesting rather than just kind of shooting my kitchen wide at a point of view from eye level. Block shots are really utilized to create depth here and just make it more interesting overall for your video. So that is gonna do it. That's gonna wrap up all of the camera angles and camera movements that I would suggest beginners look into when you are trying to up the level of your production value. These simple movements and these simple angles will kind of get you away from what you're probably used to and just running around and capturing. These different techniques require you to slow down a little bit and kind of think about what you're putting together, and that is going to be the biggest thing that you can do to create better videos, is kind of map it out, pre-plan it before, and then execute and put it together in the end. So if you got some value out of this video, make sure you go hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and come back every Friday where we are going to be releasing new content at 8 a.m. all about videography, photography, and even graphic design. And if you guys could go into the comments of this and my other videos and let me know what you guys want to see. What do you guys want to learn? And I'd be happy to offer up as much value as I can in the things that I've learned in the past 10 years of doing videography and being a content creator. So until next Friday, I hope to see you guys there, and this is peace out.